Ever think about like how a rap song could be like a window into the future? That's kind of what we're going to do today. We're
Yeah.
going to unpack Canibus's Sinflation.
Okay.
It's not just a song.
Yeah.
It's like a warning message about like power and fear and control.
Right.
And it's all wrapped up in this like crazy complex wordplay.
Yeah.
So to help us like decode all of this,
Yeah.
we've got expert speaker here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Canibus is fascinating. He doesn't just tell you like what to think.
Right.
He drops these like lyrical bombs that make you like
But-
work to figure out what he's saying.
Yeah.
And with Sinflation, he creates this like dystopian world
Yeah.
that feels really familiar,
Right,
especially the
yeah.
way he uses language to reflect like the manipulation
Right.
and the power dynamics that we see in the real world.
So, okay, so for people who haven't heard this song,
Okay.
let's set the scene.
Yeah.
The song opens with this guy driving a Tesla, living the good life,
You know, living the dream.
and then like, bam,
Oh.
the EMP storm hits.
Oh, no.
He dies
Oh, wow.
and gets resurrected
What?
with enhanced vision.
This is wild.
Like, what is going on here?
Let's Canibus, you know?
Yeah.
He starts with this jarring image
Yeah.
to grab your attention.
Right.
He's putting you on edge immediately.
Okay.
You know, this isn't some happy song.
Yeah.
And that resurrected vision,
Mm.
it's like he's giving this character
Okay.
and us, the listeners,
Yeah.
a new way to see the world,
Okay.
to see like the hidden power structures.
So we're primed to look for those hidden meanings.
Exactly.
And one thing that jumps out is the word they.
Yeah.
There's like shadowy figure. They're
Mhm.
controlling everything.
Right.
The economy to people's fears.
Yeah.
He even says like, they have always held the keys to your fears.
Oh, wow.
It's like a challenge. Like, who are they?
That's so smart how he uses they.
Yeah.
It could be the government or corporations or the elite.
Right.
It's vague on purpose.
Yeah.
So you have to think about it yourself
Okay.
based on what you know about power.
And the keys to your fears.
Yeah.
That's about using fear as a weapon.
To control people.
Yeah. And this isn't some abstract concept.
No.
He brings it back to economics.
Okay.
He says, wealth intimidates poor people more than violence.
Wow.
He's saying that economic disparity is control.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah.
He's highlighting how the system is rigged.
Yeah.
It's not just about physical force.
Right.
It's about being trapped by your economic situation.
Exactly.
Where the fear of being poor keeps you in line.
And that feeling of being trapped
Yes.
comes through so strongly
Okay.
in his wordplay. Like when he talks about
Yeah.
middle-class midgets living off third-world figures.
That's crazy.
It's such a powerful image.
Yeah.
It captures that like gulf between the rich and the poor.
It's like even if you're middle class, you're still tiny
Right.
compared to the people at the top and third world figures.
Yeah.
That reminds us about global inequality.
Right.
It fuels the system.
And it's not even just about money.
Okay.
It's about trust.
Right.
He even says, like, trust no one, even yourself.
That's a bit bleak.
Yeah, it is. It's like a
Yeah.
really bleak outlook
Yeah.
on relationships.
It's crucial, though.
Yeah.
It shows how community breaks down.
Right.
In this world, suspicion and paranoia are normal.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's a threat. And that makes it hard to fight back.
So we've got this world
Okay.
controlled by they,
Yeah.
where fear and inequality rule.
Right.
And no one trusts anyone. So where does technology fit into all of this?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
He talks about like soundproof coffins, haunted eavesdrop.
Yeah.
It's like a world of constant surveillance.
Right.
And that brings us to the theme
Okay.
of how technology is used to control this.
And this part feels a little too real.
I know, right?
I mean, we live in an age of data collection.
Yes.
Facial recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Algorithms that know us better than we know ourselves.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like Canibus predicted this back in 2011
It's like he saw the future.
when the song came out.
Yeah.
He's warning us that technology can be a tool for oppression.
Yeah, if we're not careful.
He doesn't name like big tech companies,
Right.
but those soundproof coffins and haunted eavesdrop,
Yeah.
they feel like a reference to data centers and algorithms.
That's a great point.
It's like we're living in a digital panopticon.
Yeah, constantly being watched. That's a great connection.
Yeah.
The panopticon, this idea of a prison
Right?
where you might always be watched.
Yeah.
It's perfect for the feeling cannabis creates.
Yeah.
It's a feeling lots of people have today.
As technology becomes more a part of our lives.
Exactly.
So Canibus paints this bleak picture,
He does.
but with such incredible wordplay.
Yeah,
It's like every line is a puzzle.
Uh,
And the more we unpack it,
yeah,
the more relevant it feels
it's true.
to our world.
Yeah, it's really the beauty of his music. It's
Yeah.
not just entertainment.
Right.
It's a challenge to think critically,
Yeah.
to question the systems of power
Exactly.
that shape our lives.
And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting.
I agree.
We're not just analyzing lyrics.
Right.
We're decoding a warning
About power.
about the dangers of unchecked power
Yeah.
and how technology can be used
Uh-huh.
to erode our freedoms.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've established that Sinflation is more than just a song.
It's a message.
It's a social commentary
A warning.
wrapped in a lyrical puzzle.
That's a great way to put it.
But how do we decipher the rest of the code?
Right?
What other insights are hidden in Canibus's wordplay?
That's a good question.
We'll dig into that in part 2 of our deep dive
Can't wait.
into Sinflation.
Looking forward to it.
Stick around. Things are about to get even more interesting.
I'm sure they are. So we were talking about how cannabis packs so much meaning into every line.
Yeah, that's credible.
Like that donut hole metaphor we were just talking about.
Yep.
Funny at first, but when
Yeah.
you think about it,
Yeah.
it says a lot about economic inequality.
And that emptiness of consumerism.
Right. Yeah, that's what makes him so unique.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to challenge you,
Right.
to make you think about the world. And he
Yeah.
does it with this crazy wordplay
Yeah.
that makes you want to listen again and again
It's true.
to figure it all out.
So we've explored some dark stuff in Sinflation, fear control manipulation, the
Yeah.
problems with technology.
It's a lot.
But where does that leave us?
Good question.
Is Canibus just trying to bum everyone out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's trying to wake us up,
Okay.
to shake us out of our complacency,
Right.
to see the world differently.
So he's not giving us answers. He's not saying, here's the problem and here's the solution.
Right.
He's making us ask the right questions.
Exactly.
He wants us to think for ourselves,
Yeah.
to challenge what we're told.
Yeah.
And to shape our own future.
He wants us to be active.
Yeah. So it's less about answers
Right.
and more about starting a conversation.
Yeah. Getting people to think critically.
Yeah, about the things that control our lives.
Exactly.
It's like he's planting seeds of awareness
Yes.
to help us look beyond the surface.
And question everything.
If we don't know how power works,
Yeah.
how fear is used to manipulate us,
Right.
how technology can be good and bad,
It's true.
then we're just pawns in the system.
We become passive.
Yeah, and that system might not even be good for us.
It might not.
He's saying don't just consume information.
Right.
Be a critical thinker.
Question everything.
Don't be manipulated.
That's where the power is.
Yeah, in our ability to think for ourselves,
To form our own opinions.
to act on what we believe.
He's not telling us what to do,
Right.
but he's giving us the tools to figure it out.
So what can we as listeners do?
That's the big question.
I mean, we're not all rap geniuses,
Of course not.
but we can still try to make things better. Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so how do we do that?
It starts with awareness,
Okay.
with recognizing the patterns.
The patterns of power and manipulation.
Yeah. The things we've been talking about,
Okay.
pay attention to how fear is used.
In the media, in politics.
Even in your own life.
Okay.
Question the stories you're told.
Don't just accept things.
Find different perspectives
Be more conscious
of the world around you.
and your place in it.
Exactly.
Knowledge is power.
It really is.
The more we know about these systems,
Yes.
the better we can fight them.
And create real change.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Unpacking Canibus's lyrics,
Yeah.
connecting his words to these big ideas.
It's been a journey.
But what does it all mean for us?
That's what we'll explore in part 3.
Okay, so stay tuned for that.
It's going to be good.
You know, it's amazing how Canibus can, pack so much meaning into just one line.
It's true.
Like we were saying before about the donut hole.
Yeah.
It's funny, but then when you dig deeper,
Yeah.
it's like, wow.
Right.
It's about inequality and consumerism.
He's really good at that.
Yeah.
Making you think.
That's what makes him such a captivating artist.
Yeah, he's not afraid to push people
Right.
to make them really look at the world.
And he does it with this incredible wordplay.
It's true.
Makes you want to keep listening.
Yeah. Trying to figure it all out.
So we've talked about some, pretty dark stuff in Sinflation.
Yeah, we have.
Fear control manipulation.
Uh-huh.
The downsides of technology.
Definitely.
But where does that leave us?
That's the question, isn't it?
Is Canibus just trying to, like, bring everyone down?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's trying to wake us up,
Okay.
to
Yeah.
snap us out of it.
Out of our complacency.
Exactly.
And, like, see things with new eyes.
A fresh perspective.
Yeah. So he's not really giving us solutions.
Not directly.
It's not like, here's the problem and here's how you fix it.
Nope.
More like he's making us ask the right questions.
That's a good way to put it.
He wants us to think for ourselves.
Yes.
Not just accept what we're told.
And ultimately to shape our own future.
Right. To be in control.
To take action.
So it's not about answers then.
No.
It's about starting the conversation.
Getting people to think critically.
About the systems that influence us.
The things that affect our lives.
It's like he's planting these seeds.
Seeds of awareness.
To help us see past the surface.
And to question everything.
Because if we don't know how power works.
Yeah.
Or how fear is used against us.
Right.
Or how technology can be good or bad.
Like a double-edged sword.
Then we're just playing right into the system's hands.
We become passive participants.
And the system might not even be good for us.
It might not be working in our best interests.
So it's like he's saying, don't just take in information.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah. Be critical.
Question it all.
Don't be manipulated.
Because the real power
Yes.
is in being able to think for ourselves.
To form our own opinions.
And to act on our beliefs.
That's how we make a difference.
So he's not telling us exactly what to do.
No, he's not.
But he's giving us the tools to figure it out.
To find our own path.
So what can we as listeners do then?
That's the big question.
We might not be rap geniuses like Canibus.
Sure.
But we can still make a difference, right?
Absolutely.
So how do we do that?
It starts with awareness.
Okay.
Like we were talking about before.
Recognizing those patterns.
Of power and manipulation.
In the media, in politics.
Even in your personal life.
Yeah, everywhere.
Question the stories you're told.
Don't just accept things at face value.
Seek out different viewpoints.
Be more aware
of the world around you.
And your place in it.
Exactly.
Knowledge is power.
It's the key.
The more we understand these systems,
the better equipped we are.
To challenge them and to make positive change.
That's the goal.
So if you're looking for music that makes you think.
Music that challenges you.
Check out Sinflation by Canibus.
You can find it on C Radio Spotify and Rippers Unite YouTube.
It's a look into a dystopian future.
That feels a little too real sometimes.
It'll stick with you.
And make you question everything.
And maybe even inspire you to take action.
To be the change.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Sinflation.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep those minds open.
And those ears tuned in.